So let's say goodbye to doom scrolling and say hello to some rolling. Wala lang guys, I just wanted to say because it kind of rhymed, but let's really say goodbye to doom scrolling because I myself is guilty of doom scrolling. It all started with just a little research, like research of color, research of designs, inspiration, and so on and so forth, that I create a lot of mood boards, and it's entangling with my time management. And it's not really nice, it's not really good. And recently, well, last year, I even checked my time of scrolling for hours, especially on a weekend. Like, my 2-hour max is like extending to, I'm not gonna say the time, but it's too much. So I was like thinking of something that could actually ease the brain rot that is in me. Like, enough is enough. I'm just gonna do something that could actually shy away from, just scrolling through the internet. So I was like thinking of a hobby to share to you guys, because if you guys have been following me through my social media accounts and through here, it's not the right grammar. Here on my YouTube account, you would probably know that I am so in love in creating a lot of stuff. Artsy craftsy. So I was like thinking of a hobby to share to you guys that could actually help each and every one of us, that could help all of us when it comes to entangling ourselves from brain rotting. And simple as that, it's board games. What we do with my cousins and with my friends is that we play board games, card games that could actually enhance our brain activity. And it's one of the most fun experience because you play with your friends without touching your phone. Well, maybe if you want to take pictures, but this is the time where we usually say this is how our friendship will end. Magkakasiraan tayo ng friendship dahil dito sa laro nung to. You shy away from doom scrolling because your mind is actually working to win, to be competitive. One great example of a board game that could actually really put you in that situation, put you in that mind games, is chess. When it comes to playing chess, there is this algorithmic thinking of if then. You're looking at a chessboard. If I put my queen here, what would happen to the overall pawns, knights, bishops, kings, tower? What will happen to the overall game if I put this one here? So you kind of practice the if-then statement. You kind of related it to life. If I do this, what is the consequences? What are the pros and cons? If-then statement. And in chess, you actually strategize and plan. Learn this from a friend. I just know how to play chess. Just play chess. But the understanding all throughout of what chess can actually do when it comes for your thinking and strategizing a plan. So when it comes to chess games as well, you memorize the patterns. I remember while she was explaining something when it comes to chess or organizing or strategic plan of how the patterns are created, I was like, oh, so it's kind of geometric. I didn't say it out loud, it was just on my head because I just wanted to just peacefully think about geometric. So the geometric patterns of chess, because there's a line in the chess, there is diagonal in the chess, there is like the L shape in the chess, there is distance, positions, so everything in the chess is geometric. And of course, when it comes to chess, there's time pressure. You have to really think on your feet. Like, I have to do this. So where? How in world am I gonna do this? So thinking with your feet. So just like in life, you have the if-then statement, correct, and you have the geometric and strategic plan of what are you gonna do for the rest of your life. It's like goals, but chess. Am I making sense? I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm just blubbering things. But anyways, chess. To stay away from room scrolling, why not learn to play chess? Yes. And another hobby is, I actually went back to this, journaling. So my last journaling was on year 2021. So going back to journaling, the number of keepsakes, ephemeras, art, writing, poetries, and I feel like when it comes to journaling, you are actually doing some little problem solving here and there, because you match your pieces into the paper that you're gonna be creating, or into the page that you're gonna be creating. Will this match the paper that you have just cut, or will this match some junk things that you have taken into a restaurant, or will it match with this kind of photos that you're gonna put, or the cinema tickets, and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, when you create a journal, it's not about how your palettes are gonna work, but it's how about you want to see from the final product of the journal page. Because at first, I remember way back before that when I do journaling, I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted it to be laid out perfectly. That when it's not laid out perfectly, I would just really scrap it out again, paste it on another page, and do another different page unrelated to the page that I have made. So journaling. When it comes to journaling, you create visual aids for yourself, and if ever you wanted to share it online, or if you want to share it to friends, these are the visual aids that I have created, and I want you to see that this is the feeling that I have been feeling when I made this. And the funny thing about it is that when you look at your journal, it's like a huge autobiography of the things that you have experienced, and you just put it on and paste it on your journal pages. So journaling, yes. Another one, I wouldn't say it is a hobby, but recycling. So I recently recycled this bag of mine featuring Zac Efron. So it was a bag that I bought with my mom way back before, because I really love Zac Efron. Until now, I really love Zac Efron, but I think the years have passed. My love for him still didn't change. Hi, Zac. I hope. Anyways, recycling. So I have this old bag of him that turns into pieces, and the only thing that retained was his photo, and that was, yeah, it's there. And that was the Rolling Stone photo where he was holding his shirt up, and that was my bag all throughout that era of my life. It was one of the most guapo bags ever. So what I did is I made it into a frame. I saw a frame that my mom was about to throw, and I told my mom that I'm gonna use it for my Zac Efron. So I made it into a little frame of Zac Efron, and that was one thing. You know, when you are brain rotting, recycling also is the best way. You know, release yourself from scrolling. And last but definitely not the least, that I would like to share to you, to like say goodbye. Well, not really say goodbye, but to just minimize your phone screen time, is to clean your room. Like, yeah, clean your room. So ever since January had started, all I did was to throw a lot of trashes in my room, with whether it's an old term papers that I have written way back in college. I compile them on a folder, or I would throw pieces of junks that I think that would not pass my junk journal because it's too much, or I would donate some of the toys that I have, not hoard much more of the stuffs that I have, because it's too much to handle. So yes, anyways, highways, by the way, here are the things that I have been doing for the past few weeks of shying away from my screen time, from my screen. So it actually helped me a lot because aside from great time management, guys, I am enjoying the things that is happening without having the excuse of saying isang oras pa or 1 more hour or just for 5 minutes. Because if you say that, I'm sure you're gonna be doomed in just scrolling through hours and hours on your phone and you'll forget the things that you really needed to do. So if you still wanted to scroll, just have that time management. Or have some little alarm on your phone that this is only the time that you should be scrolling. Be disciplined when it comes to your phone. Be disciplined when it comes to your life, to your hobbies, to your goals. And it would really take an ease when it comes to working. If I did make sense in creating this video. So yes, thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you for spending minutes and minutes of your time with me that I couldn't and I will never take back and you will never take back. So thank you so much. I hope you are safe. I hope your dreams would come true as well as my dreams would come true. So what hobby are you doing right now to stay away from your doom scrolling? So thank you so much guys for watching. Nice. Just research, zoom scroll, zoom, and we're in and when you are currently in doom scrolling, to stay away